That's how YouTube run. Fortnite dead, all Valorant now? Say some edgy shit and then say it's just a joke? Yeah, not only am I going to say some edgy shit and then say it's just a joke, but I'm also going to ignore the curious concentration of extremely edgy, I'm sure they're just being edgy and not sincerely fascistic, people in my community. I'm just going to make sure that I do that as well, because that's apparently a recipe for the most success you can have on YouTube. Anyway. Train Monster Legends. I'm in it for the Train Monster Legends thing, sponsorship. That's what I've been looking for. All right. Oh, the shade of it all. Slay the Happy Wheels. Oh yeah, no, I need to start with Happy Wheels. Are you kidding me? Then go to Fortnite. Yes, you're right. Sorry, I've forgotten the way to do it. Hey, Raid doesn't have sponsors, just fans. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's just doing it out of the goodness of their heart. It's wild. Great Trader will devour your spells. That's really annoying because you started with 2 focused roads in this deck. I could have turned this into an infinite really easily. I'm still on coffee break. Break. I finished mine. Credits peak. Does it not have that? Huh. Well, the name you're looking for is Insane in the Rain Music. Thank you, Advice Colin, for doing that. I must have stopped linking it down there when I stopped using it consistently as my my intro music. All right. +3 health or +3 rage. The rage is really good early. The album it's from is also live at Grillby's. Does the Seraph devour spells? Yes. Yeah, they do. Hello there, first time on stream? Hello there. Good to see you, Collega. I mean, it's Scorching Restraints, right? Haven't just... This is fine-ish early, I guess? What am I looking for? I can't be looking for anything yet. Well, no, I'm just not looking for spells, right? Let's go with that first. Well, if I'm not cycling back into spells... Alright, there's some damage for us. Rage helps early when you don't have too many units yet, I think. Yeah, that's the big reason that I wanted to take it. Enemies have spikes too. That's actually... My units having rage is now actually bad. Do I still... Do I have things that I'm really going to want? I guess focus growth. They're good for the earlier fights, at least. Enemy units have spikes too, especially the boss having spikes too. We'll take a bunch of fire damage. No, we'll take too much fire damage doing that, I think. Random Topic was watching another indie game YouTuber, and he has a face cam on all his vids to keep people from stealing his vids for their content without permission. Any thoughts? Wonderbots is a cool guy. That's my thoughts on that. I know who you're talking about. I've seen his stream too. I've raided him a couple times after I finished my own Monster Train streams, because he's the only other person doing Monster Train at the moment. And also because, you know, raiding someone can be a nice way to be like, hey, hi. You do this job, I do this job, we both do this job. Isn't that weird? And do you get your content stolen often? I don't at all, no. Has it ever happened to me? I don't think so, no. I've had a lot of people ask for permission to use my stuff for my footage of stuff, and I just say, yeah. Yeah, go for it. Up your life, fill your boots, son. Whoa, caught me? Yeah. There you go, bud. Did you say Raid Shadow Legends? I've been playing Raid Shadow Legends, raising my champions from level 0 to level not 0. What a fun, enjoyable, definitely not exploitative pay-to-win service I'm playing. I really liked Quinton's... that'll do it. Beautiful. And even before the Fortress Tower gets to the top floor, beautiful. Kill you still, though. I really liked Quentin Reviews doing the full lowdown on his sponsorship with Raid Shadow Legends, because he played it for a huge period of time, so that he could do the first sponsorship for it without feeling, you know, scummy. And then I think they blanked him on doing a second sponsorship with him, and then he was like, "Cool, I'm just gonna talk about the game then. It's actually garbage," and then just did like a whole video about it. Oh, it's good. Can't tell. Did Ryan get paid to say that? I've been instructed to tell you I didn't get paid to say that. I could take a Glimmer. It's not going to be good in the final fight though, but it'll be good early. But the thing is, Glimmer also provides like AoE, whereas Spikes, because all the enemies hit you, is also kind of AoE. Sorry, have I missed something? No, I haven't. I can take the Glimmer early. Hey all, any wins tonight? Yep. We've had one run and one win. 1 for 1 so far. Ryugen says, "Stellar Rhapsody, amazing content you put up line from Isaac to Monster Train, Gungeon to Monster Train, from Isaac to Monster Train, Gungeon and Monster Train. Monster Train twice. I mean, I do have 2 Monster Train series to be fair. You guided me into buying many great games. I can't wait for more Gritlands. Nor can I. I'm really, really glad that I can help inform consumer practices, because I cover the games that I think are really, really good." Don't need them. So I'm always really, really comfortable, really glad to see that people are ending up playing them. Raps, did you get paid to be awesome? I guess in a roundabout kind of way, but I also am, I would be uncomfortable calling myself awesome or anything. I do this. There we go. Steelworker? No, Horned Warrior to go behind it. Beautiful. Alter Ego, thank you very much for the gift of tier 1 subs. Kolega, enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic. Holdover and -1. Holdover and -1 is 10 armor every turn on the March of Shields. Armor every single turn. I'm probably gonna buy Griftland. Is there a way that you can get money there too? There is actually, because it's on the Epic store. I don't know if the link they gave me has a creator code already in it, but if it doesn't, then ITS Rhapsody. It's Rhapsody is my creator code. Rhapsody's a modest lad, it seems. I can't even claim that. It's more like I am permanently, anxiously terrified of being thought of as arrogant, which prevents me from being too self-congratulatory, or means that at the very least I need to tamp that down with self-effacing comments as well. Which, you know, it's directly enforced by the anxiety, so. I can make a Glimmer really big and then also cost less. It's just holdover is here and you don't waste holdover. Do you think that the devs of Monster Train are going to do a content update till the 27th of beta when the open beta is over? No, I don't think they're probably going to do anything to the public beta at that point. I get that. I got Zoloft to help with it. I tried Zoloft for a while. I've tried Zoloft, Lexapro, and I had a prescription for Paxil that I never filled out. Weirdly, I never filled out the prescription because I was having like a really bad mental health time. I was like, I can't go outside. Ask your doctor about hydroxychloroquine. Why don't I just ask Giuliani about it? Rudy Giuliani. I'll just ask him instead. He seems to have some very informed opinions. Glimmer. I'm gonna go Glimmer. I'm gonna go Glimmer. It'll be good for every fight right up until the end. It just won't be good in the end fight. Because we have Glimmer and 2 Focus Growths, I'm going to remove 2 Restores here as well. We already have enough health. And we even have much of shields. It's fine. Sad here, it didn't work out. I got lucky dissolved. Doesn't work for anyone. Honestly, like... It would be necessary for me to go back and talk to another person and get a different prescription and try them and stuff like that. It's just... It's something that I've been putting off for a long period of time. I know, it's what I should do, and that I have to, it's just, there's a mental barrier around it, you know. This should be fine. We have the super powerful Glimmer at the moment. Should be good enough. Yeah, this will totally do. Plus the March of Shields. Got him. I really like the game, but I feel like there's nothing left to play. I got nearly everything golden and won a bunch of times. I'll come back to the game when it, when it goes live, I guess. I understand that. I am finding a lot of fun in trying to make new and unique things, despite the fact that I've played like a lot of the build archetypes already. But that's also like my playstyle is very much like I would like to make every different individual thing that looks like it could work. Like back when I finished the initial ascensions that exist in Slay the Spire, I went through basically every class and I looked at any card and I was like, can this card become a deck? If it can, I'm gonna make a video trying to make it a deck until I get it as a deck. And that was like 100 episodes worth of me just making things into a deck. Things that ought not be. 25 times multi-strike was mad. I've been informed that it was apparently 24 that I actually ended up with, but that was fun. That was a really good time. Draw just to see if I... No. Okay, it's fine. This bottom four should already get the kill anyway. Classic fire-breathing deck. Oh! I think I ran like a classic fire-breathing deck once. And then I was like, yeah, this isn't really a deck. Could have told you that. Oh well. Okay. Razor Sharp Edge and Snare, Focus Growth. Ensnare does get me to keep the enemies directly in front of my Sentient for a little longer. And it also means that I can heavily stack a floor so that Glimmer is really good. 25 in my heart, and mine as well, Chase. Clearly, because I wrote it. Maybe it's a pass here. Okay. And nothing there, definitely. Steelworker, Vine Mother, Railbeater. Should I have multiple different floors? Vine Mother isn't golden? You're right, it's not. It's not golden on the stream file. It is golden on the YouTube file, though. Pick it for golden? Are we at that point? Steelworker is so good, though. It is really good. But are we at the point of taking things for golden? In the final fight, this is fine. It's just 5 damage a turn. Will you be doing more modded SES? Yes, Twayba, I will. Just, not yet. It's soon TM. The series will start on Valve time. I would do it in a spell build. I don't run many spell builds at the moment. Most of them go unnoticed due to massive chat activity. I'm starting to get a little self-conscious about reading out positive things about myself. Sorry about that, Shadowblood. Getting artifacts. What would I even do at this point? So SCS modded will come out about the same time as Half-Life 2 Episode 3. Yeah, right about. It'll come out in the orange box with Orange Box 2, sorry, with Half-Life 2 Episode 3, Team Fortress 3, Portal 3. Artifact for magic power, maybe? I mean, there's one artifact for magic power that's out here. Okay, chat, time to be mean to Raps. There we go. That's more like it. That's what I'm used to. Not used to other people doing. I mean, it's just like, that's what I'm used to. Matches my internal monologue. Let's go. Too much? The friendly unit starting with 5. That's pretty good. Especially because I'm setting down on the bottom floor a lot of the time, and it'll give the Haunt Warrior the ability to hit more spikes. Can we get a weekly one-off for Christmas? I do need to get a camera, but that would probably be the way that I would demonstrate it as soon as I end up with one. I should buy a camera online. Maybe after the stream. I can effectively just use the Griffland sponsorship to buy that camera. Reduce the cost of something? I don't think I need to. I think I maybe save my money here. What do you got, Caverns? Trying to find the raid vid. Was it Quinton Reviews? It was Quinton Reviews, but the video wasn't exclusively about Raid Shadow Legends. I can't remember what the second topic was, though. I was sneaking suspicion the second topic might have been Sargon of Akkad. Glad Clay noticed you. So am I. I was talking to Rito this morning because Rito and I both got the same sponsorship. I think it's fair to, I don't think there's any problem with saying that at this point. We've both published our videos. We have both published our videos, right? No, we have. Okay, yes. But the 3 people that Rito and I can see on YouTube who got the Clay sponsorship were Rito, myself, and Northern Light. Those are the only people that we can see with the Clay sponsorship at the moment, which, like, it made me feel like really like, keeping good company, you know? I imagine there will definitely be other people with it as well. It's just, that's all I've seen so far, which was like, oh, Sargon of Akkad, what a shit stain of a person. Agreed. Carl Benjamin can eat my whole ass. Stop. In the bad way, not the fun way. Did I leave family friendly off? No, I have family friendly on at the moment. Never mind. He can leave me alone. There we go. Who's Raps talking about? If you don't know, then you don't. You should. It's don't take any special effort to find out. They're an awful person. Rare Awoken? What would I get from the Awoken even? I'm thinking of the rare cards in both Awoken and think of the rare cards in both Awoken and Hellhorned, and like I think the Hellhorned ones are a little bit more common to be actually useful. Right? Thorned Hollow, maybe you're spreading spores. Neither of those are rare. Channel Song, make the Channel Song deck of legends. Channel Song being a deck of legends, I would have to thin it down a lot, and then I would have to have a unit that I can discard from my hand. I don't see it. I'm not seeing it. Awoken can give quick. Yeah, it can give quick, and it can give the Horn of the Wildwood or whatever. Those are the only 2 ones that I really want from it, though. Whereas Multi-Strike Tome, is Dark Deal rare? I think Dark Deal might be rare. Dark Deal, although I'd have to buff the Haunt Warrior to actually receive it. Hailhorned, the Horn, the X-Plus card, both of those would be pretty good. Are there any rares that are not gold? Probably release the Wildwoods in the Woken, but it's a random rare Woken card, so I can't just go for it on that. Hey, Dark Deal! Beautiful. That's what I was asking for. Thank you. So now I need to find a... I mean, like, they do enter with 5 armor, so I have the ability to do that. Oh, the game is on Epic? Oh, well. I have been authorized to tell you that if you do purchase it on Epic, when the game is officially released, you will also receive a Steam key. Should I watch the stream or watch the new sponsored series first? Well, I mean, the sponsored series will be there later, whereas the stream is here now. So. I'd probably go with the stream, but that's biased because I am currently doing the stream. All right, let's reduce the cost of one of these March of Shields, at least. Let's go to Daedalus. So we have a spikes build with no spikes right now. This build still needs to be defined. By the end of the first boss, it's still going to need to be defined as well. I kind of want to give the Horned Warrior the March of Shields here for the sake of it having the more copies of Dark Deal played on it later. Okay. Hang on, there's a stream? Where? Is there a stream somewhere around here? You'd tell me if you saw a stream, right? You got Epic for Atomic Crops because it looks so good. Was Atomic Crops the first thing that I got on Epic? There was something that made me download Epic that I was working on at the time. But yeah, that's like, it was another situation of, oh, this game's only on Epic. All right, I'll do it. I'll do it. I really want to play the game. I'm gonna type that. I guess I'll torch one of you. Nice, first Rhapsody stream. Good to see you, sir, small boat. Welcome to the stream. Ooh, just Glimmer. Save myself all the trouble here. Good to me. Epic throwing so many games at you every week. Oh, yeah. Like, yesterday it was Sherlock Holmes Crime and Punishment, which I'd actually had my eye on for a while. And then Among the Dark... Close to the Dark, something like that. Another game. Maybe you got Epic because Pete got Hades when it first came out on Epic. I didn't get Hades until it was out on Steam already. We have different computers. Like, we have to, otherwise I would never be able to work. Or rather, he would never be able to play games. Okay, I'll just kill that, saving it a little. How long have you been streaming? 2 hours at this point. I'm gonna throw the Vine Mother away on the bottom floor here. Go outside and find a small river. That's the stream. You can't make me go outside. I see entrapment. I see entrapment in that. Trying to make me go outside, get rumbled by the police. Not likely. What do you do for work? This is. That's what I do for work. And the YouTube channel. What's wrong with a little police rumbling? I mean, from time to time it can be fun, but I don't need it right now. Lives in a pink box? I live in a blue box, and all day and all night, and everything I see is just blue, like him, inside and outside. Blue his house with a blue little window and a blue Corvette, and everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around, because he ain't got nobody to listen. That song's lyrics are a lot sadder than I remember, because like the beat is up, the tune is upbeat. Obviously, it's about like being blue, but still. Right. I thought Rhapsody was an assassin. There was a very edgy time of my life when I was a young, not angry, but angsty, very early teenager, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grow up and become an assassin. That sounds like a good job. Yeah, like I'm just gonna go to assassin school, learn how to become an assassin. You goddamn moron. Stinging. So you're from BoJack Horseman? You know what? Tell me which character I am from BoJack Horseman. Because I know which character I think I am from BoJack Horseman, but you know, I might be wrong. Were you an edgelord? I was never that edgy. I always found like Edge to be like a little bit malicious, but I definitely wasn't necessarily as open and wholesome as I have tried to be in the future years. Honestly, unicorns or mermaids? If you're asking about mythological beasts, then I mean, neither really hold much appeal for me. Hey, Eric Price would pay. Yeah, exactly. I'll just sign up with Blackwater. Sorry, they're not assassins. They're a private military corporation. It's a completely different thing. Additional energy per turn, additional draw. Additional space even. I could get another unit on the top floor behind the Sentient. Mr. Peanut Butter, that's the Golden Retriever, right? Mr. Peanut Butter is the Golden Retriever. I feel like everyone is BoJack. See, everyone is an asshole by College Humor for my case. I haven't seen that video. I've watched a lot of College Humor's videos though. I remember you talked about this recently, but I don't understand why you don't want to use Facecam for YouTube videos. So there's like, for streaming, there's a certain like understanding of the format for most streams, and it includes a face cam. Whereas on YouTube, there's an understanding for most formats that don't include a face cam. At the very least, the kind of format that I fit into, which is long form, unedited Let's Play content. So there's and because of certain early elements of the Let's Play scene using face cams, which was like an aesthetic choice, but also a lot of the other choices that they made got considered similar to it, and they kind of got like inextricably connected in a lot of people's minds. So there's a connotative element to using a face cam on YouTube that doesn't exist on Twitch that is negative, and I don't necessarily need to step into the middle of that. Thanks for elaborating. Happy to. That's what I'm here for. Maybe it's energy. Give myself the ability to actually draft 4-cost things. Like, I'd love a One-Horn's Tome and then to start taking, like, remove consume from it so it can't get consumed in the final fight. Just play it a bunch of times. But then also I need a way to keep the Sentient alive. Like, the 2 Marches of Shield aren't going to be enough. This deck doesn't do anything. Ugh. Grumble. Which of these can make the deck most do something? Show deck again? Sure. I have a Dark Deal, I have a Horned Warrior, I have a Mega Upgraded Glimmer, 2 Focus Grodes, 2 March of Shields, a Restoring Retreat, and that's it. Vine Mother as well, I guess. Alright, so what do you think to the next, of the next to last BoJack episode? If that's the episode I'm thinking of, it was incredible. It was the best written episode of the show. The symbology and playing with motifs over the course of it were very good. Don't spoil it. I don't plan to. I just said it's the best written, and it plays with motifs in an interesting way. I'd also appreciate if no one in chat would spoil it, because it was a relatively recent release. There are a lot of people who still want to do it. Rehearsals allows for more units. Draw also helps with spell usage. Spell usage in the final fight will kill me, though, if I focus on that. Will you be doing the new Hearthstone adventure when it releases? No. I'll not be doing anything more for Hearthstone. I actually got another email from my contact at at Blizzard recently, and I was like, pretty sure I said no. I haven't responded to the most recent email. I just don't think I will. None of it's good. I'm taking Hersel's compound. I'm sad about it. Awoken Rail Spike? Yeah, Awoken Rail Spike's actually really good with this deck. Sure. Thorned Hollow, Animus of Speed. So the Animus of Speed makes the most sense here. Take the Animus of Speed, use Dark Deal to mega buff that. That's really good for every fight except for the final fight. The only problem is it's good for every fight except for the final fight. But it was yeah, no spoilers, but it was amazing. Even better than one you referred to in one of your videos as Bojack is giving a speech. Oh, but the speech episode though. That speech about the topic that he was talking about. Oh, come on. So I think that was probably like Will Arnett's best performance in the entire series. But to be fair, like the spotlight was on him the entire time. Trans rights. Just gonna add that into chat. Period. What is that from? Period with the T at the end. Is it someone saying that who has the speech affect of plosive T's? Period. All right. This is still nothing. This deck is nothing. I'm taking the Animus of Speed. I'm looking for minion upgrades now, I guess. Peridot? Yeah, no, it's just a misspelling of Peridot. So if I'm looking for minion upgrades, I go to the Merchant of Steel right now with the money. Man, this means I have to watch BoJack, huh? I kind of hurt my soul to watch season 1. So BoJack by Raphael Bob Waxberg, the creator and Bane Writers lead creator rather. Sorry. By his own admission, it was a mistake to send the critics the first 6 episodes of the show because this is not a huge spoiler. It's something that he has been very front out about it as well. Is that those are there to lull you into a false sense of security about what the show is, so that it can then turn around and show you what it actually is. You might also know another show, another American comedy recently that also did the same thing. I won't spoil it, but if you know which one I'm talking about. So stick around until you feel bad. Then you'll know it's working. Shame to hear say I've never heard of BoJack. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Does the LGBTQIA plus tag mean the stream is LGBTQIA friendly, or that you are? Both of those. It's yes is the answer to your question. Multi-strike and damage. Put both of those on the Animus of Speed. Or do I multi-strike the Horned Warrior instead? Another multi-strike on you is good if I buff you a bunch, but I can't buff you a bunch. Because, like, Dark Deal, like, any spell that buffs you is going to get removed from my deck. So it's multi-strike on the Horned Warrior, and then the plus damage on the Animus of Speed. All for friends. Really wish I'd seen that first. I probably would have taken that and buffed it with a multi-strike, to be honest. I had bad secondhand embarrassment, so a lot of shows are hard for me to watch. I feel that. There are a lot of shows that I have to turn off frequently as well. I think I watched Uncut Gems over the course of 7 different sittings. But BoJack, I never really felt that too much. I didn't kind of like align myself with... I aligned myself with one character. For the reference, the character that I think I'm most similar to in BoJack Horseman is Diane. I aligned myself with them. Bi or pan? Depends on who I'm talking to. If also, you know, the definitions are aligned for some people and for some other people not aligned. The settled definition for each of them is a little debatable and vague. Like it's how it's used, obviously. I would say that it is descriptive. I would go with a descriptive approach and say how they're used, but how they're used in my community is kind of similar as well. Or like, at least my own small subset of the community. I hated Diane, but not you. And there are a lot of people who didn't necessarily like a lot of the characters in that show, but I think that is... I think that's like something that points importantly towards like the verisimilitude of the characters. Like you could have like a starkly different view of them. I had to leave the room when I was watching any scene in The Office with Michael Scott. The UK one or the American one? I thought bi was both sexes and pan was love the person. So the definition of bisexual that I work with is if homosexual is you are attracted to and fall in love with people of the same gender of yourself, homo meaning same, and hetero meaning different, means opposite, then bi should be understood as both the same and different, which is all. Not everyone runs with that definition. Some people use it as a much more exclusive kind of thing that excludes gender non-conforming, non-binary people, and in some people's view, trans people as well. I don't roll with that. I'm just not as discerning. So mine would be traditionally what people think of pansexuality as. But if I am talking to people who aren't, you know, necessarily well-versed in the terminology of the community, then oftentimes I will default to saying bisexual. I don't think I need the energy here. I don't actually have that many things that cost me much energy. My cards are efficient, it's just I don't have enough good ones, rather than the ability to cast enough good ones. US, I haven't watched the UK version. Gervais grates on me? Yeah, that's fair. It's 100% fair. These trigger after combat, so I actually want to set up on the bottom floor, definitely. Okay. You can go on that floor. Animus of Speed, you can go on this floor. My mom's soft bigotry. There are no bi people, just greedy people. I'm familiar with that. Definitely familiar with that. Hello there. Don't really need to play anything else. I tend to think bi means two, so being attracted to two genders, but I don't know. That's the more kind of like traditionalist stance on it. I don't necessarily agree, but you know, it's language. There is no universal definition, unfortunately. Genitalia agnostic. What? Yeah, that was saying for a sec. Yeah, that's saying that it's gonna kill my unit. But then if I hover over it, look at this. I can go from killing my unit to... Hang on. It was a 0 and 0 on both of them. Hang on. Do it again. Do it again. You all saw it though, right? It was 0, 0. What up, dude bros? Rhapsody, love them hairs today. Bud, you got them all done up for us? This is I washed my hair yesterday and didn't want to wash my hair again today for the sake of its structural integrity. That's the whole design I'm going with at the moment. What do you think? I don't know. Bisexual equals being attracted to bicycles. Oh my god, is that why I'm so attracted to bicycles? I always wonder as I'm just like grinding up against the handlebars. Yeah, handlebars are a part of a bike. I always just wonder, why do I do this? Now I know. Thank you. Whenever a card with consume is played, restore 5 pyre health. Family friend, I forgot. Dang it. I don't know if I have a family-friendly stream anymore. Oops. I mean, this will give us a lot of health in the final fight, at least. Someone please tell me what animated show turned darker after the first few episodes, because I don't know but would like to. That's BoJack Horseman. You need to start looking at the unicycles, one big wheel. I'm not into the one big wheel situation. If anything, give me 2 wheels and 2 trainer wheels off to the side. Just variety, you know? I'll collect it. None of these, right? May I ask why the current conversation, why isn't the current conversation friendly? No, it's more just that I made a joke about receiving sexual gratification from bicycles, which not necessarily. Golden progression, this? But the more I take, the more I'm likely to die. For Animus of Will? Animus of Will's, it'll downgrade Animus of Will. The specific labels are weird. It's cool if you find someone one that seems to fit you, but they're not precise anyway. Yeah, like, you know, any broad categorization of biological things is always going to have weird, fuzzy borders and exceptions. But you know, I'm still wary about the idea of labels of cans kind of ideology, because labels help a lot of people to find solidarity with their own community and people who have similar shared experiences. Inferno? I don't have the energy to play Inferno yet, so no. Beastars was pretty good. Beastars was weird, but good. I felt like Beastars dropped way too many of its side plots. Like it's clear that it was an adaptation because there are a lot of threads that just go nowhere. Yeah, but arguing about them is mute. Yeah, definitely. I think I passed here. Beastars was the sweatiest anime I've seen in a long while. What makes an anime sweaty, Chase? WasClick says, I blame the movie 7. Ever since that movie, I've wanted to put people in boxes too. Yeah, it's just people emulating it. That's what's going down there, clearly. Have you ever thought about how being heterosexual allows you to date so many more genders than being homosexual? When giving my own definition of bisexual, I think about that for a moment, and I'm like, that's not necessarily a workable definition of heterosexuality, despite the fact that it is the literal definition of it. Silly Pseudonym, thank you very much for the gift of a tier 1 sub to WasClick. WasClick, enjoy your emotes in chat, and welcome to the Republic. Also, I missed Alter Ego. Thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Cottontail. Cottontail, enjoy your emotes in chat, and welcome to the Republic as well. Adaptive mutation will kill the sentient, right? It'll kill the sentient unless the sentient has rage at the time. God, how do I save this run? Oh, It feels like this run will just die in 2 Maybe it's an event. Oh, it might be an event. Okay, save me, event. Save me. You reference another show. Oh, I referenced another show that's recent, similar to BoJack, and that started out fun and lighthearted. It's less that it started out fun and lighthearted, and it was more that it was trying to lull people into a false sense of security as to what the show was, and then turn around and be something different. And it wasn't animated, it was a live action show, and it recently ended. I don't think I need to give more clues, because like, people who don't know that that show has some sort of a twist, ideally don't tell them. If you can. But sometimes you have to tell them, you know, it's not this show the whole way through, so they'll finally watch it. 5 times more adaptive mutations. If I had more rage, I would. What show are you talking about? I'm specifically not mentioning it because I mentioned there's a twist and I don't want to spoil people on that. If you are going to tell anyone, please do it in like a private message or something like that. I'm very, very careful about spoilers for that show. Honestly, at this point, like, I could get 5 more copies of Glimmer upgraded, but that's just only in the final fight really useful. I could get 5 more copies of Horned Warrior. I'm definitely throwing something in, it's just what? Oh, throw in the Vine Mother, get enough stings. Got it. He's talking about Naruto? Yeah, exactly, I'm talking about Naruto, obviously. When do I ever stop talking about Naruto? Is it pronounced Naruto or Naruto? When do I ever stop talking about Naruto? What would you do with the 6 horny boys? I wouldn't be able to really do much with them. Like I have the actual capacity, so I can put 3 of them on a floor, but unless they're quick, it's not that useful for me. Confuzzle Dude, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Enjoy emotes in chat, and welcome to the Republic. Throwing a train steward for the advanced prototype speculation. Oh, that's a play and a half right there. Sorry about that. I'm feeling like 5 Dark Deal, but I don't have, like, 5 more Dark Deals and build around the Animus of Speed. The problem with that is the Animus of Speed needs, like, it can only take the damage of a Dark Deal because it has 5 armor spawning in. But after that, the only way to give it armor is with the March of Shields, which will put it in the front line and expose it to more damage. So I would need 2 Marches of Shields so I can get the Sentient back to the front line. It's not good. Champion can't be duplicated, sadly. Yeah, can't be. It might just be a second Horned Warrior, to be entirely honest with you. This is such a boring way to deal with this event. Adaptive mutation will give it. The adaptive mutation. Ooh, rage doesn't decay. Rage doesn't decay and I get more rage, but I can't take both. Dang. Do I just take the imps here then? Or additional damage per stack. Rage doesn't decay. I mean, they enter with 3 rage, so it keeps that damage on them at least. You still be streaming this often after the quarantine? My standard lifestyle can be fairly referred to as quarantine already, so probably. You give 8 rage? I can't do it multiple times. I can only play that 1 time on the Animus of Speed before it dies. I can only play it 1 time on a Horned Warrior before it dies. I'm out of coffee. Rage plus adaptive would have been the way. It's... How much would it work? It's like 9... Spawn with 9, 9, 6, 15. 15 goes to health, and then you get 3, 3, 6. Flip back, so what? Like, put another 8 on that beforehand. So I have to get the Dark Deal. I have to get the Dark Deal before I get any of the adaptive mutation. I think it's possible that would have worked, but I don't think it's likely that would have worked. Alright. Let's get some cards out of this deck. Probably 2 more Source. Yeah, with the Focus Growths and the Glint. Actually, a Restore and a Torch. I think a pile of Animus Speed with no Decaying Rage would carry you a long ways. I mean, with 8 health, and what, they're 15 times 3? The problem is mainly actually, like, not having health on my frontline unit and not having a way to give it that much health. Because the spells will cycle themselves out of the deck. I'd be able to put 2 of them behind. No, that would lose to the Seraph at the end as well. I don't know. Give them armor. I am kind of, like, powerful damage-wise at the moment. I need the money. It's a shame you can't get the +1 for Rage artifact, really. Yeah, no, if I could get that as well. Ooh. Baby. Oofed, baby. I need some Isaac advice. Do I go Lamb or Isaac? You don't have any pieces of the Polaroid yet. Can you go to the... Wait. Oh, right. The Polaroid is for going to the chest, the dark... But the Lamb is in the dark room. Huh? You got the negative already? Yeah. I'd probably go to Isaac. Oh, Lamb. Oh, right. It's Satan and then Lamb. Yeah, Sheol and then the dark area. Yeah, got it. It's been a long time since I played that game, though. Rhapsody, how are you? Pretty good, Shinaru. Yourself? I mean, I'm happy those got cost reduced, but I was hoping for another minion. The adaptive mutation on rage targets can get way out of control. Yeah, I'm starting to feel more and more that, yeah, that should just mean what I did. Oh well, can't change it now. Alright, let's just kill my own unit there. Oh, okay, it lived. Nothing else I can really do this turn. Don't want to draw. What a weird bug. Yes, just a little bit of one. Thankfully, it's not like a particularly impactful one. And then just drop a transfer on the top floor as well. Shovels. Top floor? No. I have 6 pips. It should have been on the second floor in front of that minion. It's my bad. Did it start with someone waking up? Yes, it did. Buron. Yes, it did. And it ended the same week Bojack did? Yes, it did. That's the one, yeah, that's the one I was talking about. You can still descend it? Oh, yeah, you're right. I was just doing the big plays. I was just getting ready to descend it later. I'll put the Mind Mother here, actually, to protect my units. That's what I was playing around the whole time. Thank you for revealing that I was just big braining it the whole time. I definitely wasn't small, tiny braining it. Definitely. Should have put that in the backline and then adaptive mutation to, dang it. Seriously, the Vine Mother is gay? Look at her. She kind of reminds me of the Neilaunt from Half-Life 1. If anyone gets that reference. I mean, like, Black Mesa did come out recently, so I imagine there are a lot of people who recently replayed them. I myself am actually recently replaying through that game, Black Mesa. Well, playing through Black Mesa, replaying through Half-Life. Chillray, thank you very much for the, Silly, thank you very much for the gift of a tier 1 sub to Chillray, enjoy your emotes in chat, and welcome back to the Republic. Also, I think it was Iced Mayo, did the subscribe thing for 12 months in a row at the very start of the stream. That's the first 12-month subscription. That's the first year. Thank you very much, Iced Mayo. Hey, Rap, can you do the demon voice? I've been trying to do it and I can't figure it out. I can only do it while I look left.
Once upon a midnight dreary, as I wandered, weak and weary, through many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore.
It can be used for that, but the thing I figured out recently, because the ancient reptilian brain in Disco Elysium sounds not super dissimilar to that.
I used to go there, to the tiny church there. The smallest church in San, though it once was larger.
That's if you listen to the actual recording of that in the game, it's 1 for 1. It's absolutely 1 for 1. I guarantee it. Rhapsody shredding his vocal cords. I've done that voice often enough that it's not particularly destructive to do for a short period of time. I can't do it for a really long period of time, but I can do it for a short period of time quite effectively and without problems. That'll do. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Maybe I overstacked the bottom. Maybe that's my build. I know you say that doesn't hurt to do, but it sounds painful. I mean, yeah, if done wrong and if done for too long a period of time, yeah, it definitely is. So no death metal singing? No, I picked it up basically just from like experimenting with what voices I can do rather than through any sort of style of music. Nah, my thanks. Double armor? No. I'd have to get it in the same hand as the other two and a bunch of energy for it actually to work. Branding, right? Oh, I mean, it's not golden. Yeah. It's not golden. Fine. I don't know if I'm going to win this run and actually make these all golden, but yeah, let's try it. Do you have a voice you can do for every direction you turn your head? No, it's just left and just that demon voice. I honestly don't know, like anatomically wise what it's actually doing, but I can only do it that way. If I do it that way and then start looking up, I stop doing the voice. What if I just remove consume from the adaptive mutation? Getting an artifact, an event, and forging my units to gain new powers, especially considering the Horned Warriors and Animals of Speed still have a free slot on them. That's really good. You do a good Candy King voice. Well, thank you. I'm very glad to hear that. There you go. It's one of my favorite voices to do. It's all the way over the bat. You throw your voice up and down and all around. There you go. This side is too appealing to turn down. I have to go for it. But maybe I go for the spells in the next area. When a card with Consumer's Play deal 20 damage to the front enemy unit in the boss fight, that'll be really good. That makes me miss Dicey Dungeons. Yeah, I'm sorry that without fanfare, I kind of ended that one. But there's always Rito. Rito's always around making some modded content on that game at the moment, I think. I don't really get much time to actually watch my friends' YouTube videos at the moment. Endless new health. health on like an animus? Endless? The units that die first are always my sentient, so endless on the sentient isn't that great. Giving the animus health is basically just so I can hit it with a dark deal. I like Dicey Dungeons, but it seems really unfair sometimes. I honestly got like the wind taken out of my sails because there was one thing that was kind of unfair. Like it's unfair. It's definitely not in favor of the player. The 4th challenge for the robot, and I managed to do that, and then I lost the file. And it was like I'd been trying to do that for a huge period of time, and then I kept trying to do it to actually get it to work, and couldn't. File was gone. Health is honestly 15 damage on the animus. Oh, for the swapsadoodles. Okay, I wasn't thinking about the swapsadoodles. Okay, give it. You're right. What was the challenge? It's the 4th one where like the rules are completely different. Has Dicey been rebalanced at all? I think so. I think so. Hell, so you can hit it with Dark Deal and that mutation for more Dark Deals. Well, I mean... Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Yes. Sentient. Horny boy. Animus. And swap. That'll work. 4th challenges were all kind of busted. Yeah, a little bit. They were really interesting. I like the game a lot. It's just, you know, I had other games I wanted to cover at that time, and it was not necessarily top of my list at the time. That's fine. The backliner will still get killed here. Swap the boss's HP. Yeah, it has no damage at the moment. It'll die. It's working. The run is still alive. For the moment. We'll see how it goes overall. I have hope. But we shall definitely see. Don't really need to throw out Sting on any line. Take that for the heal, I guess. Will there be any more round guard? That game looks so fun to watch. Probably not. The game's fun to play. It's just like, how do you commentate Peggle? Kind of hard. Like, my commentary is usually like based around it's either heavy based around decision making or no decisions are being made at the time, and I just kind of try and vamp off to the side. That's harder to do in a run where like there's very little decision making. I mean, there is decision making, but it's not decision making you can like tactically explain much of, rather than I'm shooting this because I want to hit that. And another bounce and another bounce, you see, yeah. Would probably be better as a stream game. I agree. These are the kind of considerations that I was running through when I was thinking, like, do I want to make this a series or do I want to make it a window shopping? I mean, I can kill the frontliner here. There's no reason not to. Yeah, no, it was gonna die while the fell was on this floor anyway, so it's fine. I mean, there's a commentary stream on marble racing. I'm certain there are. It's just for my style of commentary, I don't know if I would. I don't know if it would necessarily be the best series I could make. And also, it's worth noting, like, anytime there's a series I don't do, I'm just doing a different series instead. It's like, instead of doing Round Guard, well, I mean, I didn't have a slot open at the time of Round Guard because I was covering other games. So. Rhapsody, you could always do hard drugs, then commentating on Peggle would be super easy when you're seeing the dimension on top of dimensions. Yeah, no, just do a tripping episode. That'd be cool. I did have the idea at one point where I was like, 420 soon. What if I did like a 420 special episode? And I was like, nah. That's not the tone of my channel. Rhapsody, you mentioned someone else got sponsored by Clay besides you and NL. Yeah, Rito, ! Rito in chat is a very, very good boy who I work with a lot of the time. And he also got sponsored for the game and is also going to be making a sponsored series on the game. Cool. Could say he's wholesome. Yeah, no, he's extremely wholesome. Truth, any commentary on roguelikes you do are interesting and fun. I appreciate you saying so. But to be fair, your experience with the commentary that I provided on roguelikes so far is the commentary on roguelikes that I decided to commentate. So whether or not that would hold broadly is a different matter entirely. Cool. There's a bug with Dark Deal? It did no damage? Cool. That works out well for us then. Extra energy. I don't think I need the extra energy. Additional carpet turn, I mean, that's good until the final fight. Is there a release date for Monster Train yet? No, still just Q2 2020. You do have an X-Cost card. That's a weak reason to take Fell's Remorse, though. An additional carpet turn helps us get set up faster. But then as soon as I'm in the boss fight, it just like, the deck becomes nothing almost instantaneously. I don't know why, but that happened. I'll try and keep an eye out for it, Vizion. Sorry, Vinazon. Go for the cards. Channel Song. If Channel Song hits Animus's speed or the Horned Warrior, it's actually huge. You pronounced it right the second time? Yeah, sorry, I mixed up the N and Z at the start. I know you like whiskey, but you're an ice or no type ice kind of guy. Depends on the whiskey. Depends entirely on the whiskey. Jameson, straight. Grant, small ice cube. Small ice? No, very, very large ice cube, so the outside just melts a little bit. Maker's Mark, no ice cube. Those are the most recent ones I've been drinking, though, so I'm not sure if I can remember. My favorite type of whiskey? Cheap. Yeah, I like a cheap whiskey from time to time as well. Channel Song's not golden. Yeah, you're right, you're right. If we lose this run just because we have so many golden cards, not yet golden cards in the deck, I guess, then that's going to be good karma for us, I think. Let's have a look at the Merchant of Magic. Permafrost and reduce 1. Interesting. Okay. I was hoping for a consume removal there. Didn't get it. I mean, somehow I dislike Jameson, but love me some Grants. I mean, Grants is Scotch whiskey, Jameson's Irish whiskey. It's like, they are significantly different. Or as different as you can be within the same realm of whiskey. Hook and Adaptive. They're both golden. Does whiskey cure the COVID? I don't know, but I'm gonna keep trying. It's gotta be doors because I go on the bottom floor. Oh, I can use this actually. Yeah, right, Umbreonic. I can use this to descend my own units as well. I wasn't thinking about that. I've never thought about using those on my own units, actually. Pretty good. Goat is good. I like that. It's a good artifact. I don't think I've won yet, though. Cheap channel song. The thing is, like, in this final fight, I'll cast channel song once. It's like, do I maybe save my money for later? Greatest of all demons. Yeah. Permafrost on trap floor to set up faster. That's appealing. Maybe Permafrost the adaptive mutation. That's also appealing, actually. Which one do I want? Little Mistaken. Thank you very much for the 250 bits. Much appreciated. Good to see you around as well, by the way. And the Polar Bear, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It's the adaptive mutation gets Permafrost there. Permafrost the X-Cuss card also. Yeah, let me just... Dang, they're not allowing me to do it the second time. Silly Pseudonym, thank you very much for the gift of tier 1 subs. A Little Mistaken. Little Mistaken, enjoy emotes in chat, and welcome back to the Republic. Enemies enter with spikes. That'll kill. That'll kill us. That'll kill us. I can't take that. And that starts a hype train as well. Shoot, shoot. Sentient, Horned Warrior, that'll do. Let's also put a train suit up here. Hey Rhapsody, a little bit unrelated to the game, but I was wondering if you were planning on bringing back Let's Play the Spire modded series anytime. Yes, yes I am. I just have no immediate ability to give a timeline on it because I have a lot of other stuff that I'm trying to juggle at the moment. And also there is, as I mentioned before, like a little bit of trepidation on my side of like, am I ready to go back to doing 2 Slay the Spire episodes a day? Maybe not. Why does Animus now have a red border card? Are minions always red? Yeah, no, it looks like the trim is the thing that changes based on your class rather than the one outside. Do you still have the vodka near you? No. I have 2 empty bottles of whiskey, which we use for holding water. And before that, whiskey. And then I have my water bottles. Don't worry, it's a good hit anyway. Have a nice Easter, my dude. You too, bud. Just do the modded series? Not a possible thing. Little Mistaken, thank you very much for the 315 bits as well. Much appreciated. Why is 1080p the only option I have? That's Twitch. It's because I'm not a partner yet, so if there's not enough bandwidth to host everyone's stuff, I am one of the first people to not get the ability to have stream view options. Unfortunate. I think I'll just set up on the next floor. If Bethesda was were to say we're releasing Fallout 5 tomorrow, sorry for 76, we let Obsidian do the story, would you play it? No. I wouldn't. Honestly, the reason I wouldn't play it is because, like, their story... Like, I don't like the story beats of Bethesda games, but, you know, they serve a certain purpose, I guess. But I also don't like the game design of Bethesda games either. So... Nah, I'm fine, thanks. Bethesda's done, just done right now. Is it? Doom Eternal was huge. Bioshock, not Bioshock 2, Dishonored 2 was apparently like a letdown in terms of the amount it sold. If I recall correctly. Heard of Night in the Woods? I have. I haven't played it yet though. It's one on my list though. I haven't got my Descending yet. I'll pop the Divine Mother on the top floor. Just got here. What's the build you're running? Weird. That shady guy. Weird. So I have 2 Horned Warriors with 2 multi-strike on them. That's basically my deck at this point. It's a mixing pot build. Yeah. We're putting things together and we'll see what works kind of build. I have to go for at least a march here, definitely. Dark Deal you, and then I actually might trap shoot you. I'll kill on that floor and set me up with a better unit on this one. Should I then swap you? Yeah, I'll then also swap you. Great. Elder Scrolls Online has been good. I'm certain it might have been. It's just like, for me. Anytime I give an opinion on these kinds of things, like I should be careful to also add for me, for my tastes, for my particular gaming predilections, because, you know, my experience with those and my distaste for certain game design features that they do is not universal. Like, people who value different things in games than I do will value those games differently. Sorry, Deluxatron. Delatroxon, sorry. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, nothing I can do. I have nothing available to hit with the channel song right now. Make a focus growth costs nothing. Ooh, 2 focus growths cost nothing. That's an infinite right there. We have no damage for it, but that's an infinite. That's, how many subs do you have on Twitch? I do not know. Rhapsody, what's your favorite pizza topping? I assume this is available broadly. I'm a double bacon cheeseburger kind of guy. It's just meat lovers with a mayonnaise swirl on it and more meat. It's definitely a choice I made as a young kid and just kind of stuck with. But I do like it a lot. Okay, that's good enough. Good build. Also, I'm not sure if my non-binary partner feels like the void of the Oxford comma, rather, but I feel obliged to check now. It's something that's clearly a goal of mine, apparently, according to my predictive text. Oh, you're too late, Spores! You're too late! You're not allowed to be in this build anymore, Spores! Maybe this came up, but if you can remove consume. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. It's just, I didn't manage to hit it in the previous area. Not too late? Get them in? What do you mean it's not too late? I'd only be able to play 1 a turn. It's way too late. You sounded like John Oliver? Oh, I would love to have like a good John Oliver. I don't have a good John Oliver. That's one I want to work on. Is it ever too late? It is, unfortunately. We're gonna take the money now. Battering ram? No, I don't get enough armor that I keep long enough to actually use it. Branding right? Let's make them both gold. Regen is always good. Regen in very small amounts is not good. Branding right is not gold. Take it. I mean, I already have one in the deck, but you're right. I need another. Artifacts or event and dupe? So dupe would probably be like, not another Dark Deal, but another adapted mutation. But artifacts. Could artifacts save my run, really? Could it do anything? Like, Gurg's Goad is one of the best things we could have gotten from it. Event is your bailout? What artifacts could I get? It's 2:53 a.m., so random philosophy time. If you can make the world 10% better in every positive way, but you have to accept that you did it, stand in front of everyone and live like a shitty Insta, TikTok, and etc. celebrity for the rest of your life, would you do it? Yes. I would not be able to live with myself if I didn't. You're on. Sting artifacts? Really? That's so small. Divine Mother it's like that's a tiny buff. Gold is also useless, so 3 artifacts might save you. Yeah, but the event might. It's like I can't think of any events that will actually do it for me. Come over here. Alright, event, show me what's up. What event though? The events have brought... Oh. My answer to this is... I don't want it. I mean, they do... No, they don't consume, they purge. This will restore health. I mean, this is +3 damage on a bunch of multi-strikers. If you had to be drunk all day and you would never get anxiety or mental breaks, would you do it? I have tried, Kyoto. So yes, I can say I definitely would. It's hard to maintain that though. Doesn't Sting consume in the last fight? It does consume in the last fight, but you do have the consume. Oh, so you were talking about Thorn Fruit giving these things, right? Rather than Sting relics that make them better. Not enough draw for dead weight. Your deck will be thin after the first cycle. The thing is, my deck will eventually be, like, because I'm playing out all of my minions and the rest of the spells, my deck will eventually be nothing anyway, right? So why not just have my deck be nothing, 3 dead weights, and is there anything else that'll cycle? No, just, why not just have the dead weights at that point? This is also better for the swap build. I guess? I don't like it, but I guess? I think it's a play. Now tell me what you think of this play. Do I dupe one of them? Or is it, you know, it's just dupe the adaptive mutation. Duh. Yes? No. It's the adaptive mutation there, sorry. Spike's 40. Yes. Is it worth 150 damage on the boss? No. You're right. It's not. 40 spike? Let's hope it's enough. Oh. Okay. Sentient. Speed. Dark Deal. Adaptive Mutation. It's a good first turn right there. Works out pretty well. I have no more Rage Grant in this deck, right? No. So another Adaptive Mutation, right? Consume this to draw a card. I've only got 1 Train Steward, and then this is another Train. Yeah, it'll only be able to draw Train Stewards. Adaptive the boss, you can't. Look at the text of Adaptive. Restore a friendly unit to full health and then swap their attack and defense. It's literally not possible. Put you there, so I'm ready for descends, rather. Maybe waiting for a Horned Warrior to channel later. Yeah, no, I went for the others instead. I don't even have my Descend this turn, so I guess I'm just dealing some damage on that line. I mean, taking 15 here in order to get the kills, or I use a Sting on this line. Actually, no, I don't use a Sting. I'll torch you, killing the frontliner. So now I only take 7. And then Sting here. Focus on growth. Ooh, descend the trap. I would use the trap shoot for the descend of the Horned Warrior right now, but No, I descend the Vine Mother, because the Horned Warrior does 87 damage this turn. That's pretty good. I'm gonna descend the Vine Mother. It'll just be there blocking the Horned Warriors that I end up putting behind it. Glimmer? No, I'm saving Glimmer for when it restores more health. So these are the cards that'll become 0 cost if I use the Awoken. Okay. Let's retreat you. Big heal up. I mean, the torch does nothing right now, but should I even bother leaving it in the deck? Yeah, I probably still should. It's 20 damage later. March had no energy. What game would you like to see remade with today's technology and stuff? Like 100% like the original, except with graphics, music, and technicalities. New Vegas. I know it's not that old, but like New Vegas made in Outer Worlds engine. I'd love to see. Okay. Yeah, this build is gonna work. Huh. New Vegas, exactly. Sorry, we'll actually call it Newest Vegas. The new Baldur's Gate looks awesome. Agreed. I don't know if I will end up making content on it, but I'm very tempted. Yeah, that's a win. Well, butter my biscuits and call me Sally. I had no clue that that was going to be a win. I was sincerely, like, I was certain that was going to be a loss. So what do we learn? Adaptive mutation is good. You're right. You're right. Golden cards, best build. Yeah, now we will have, like, most of our cards golden? Is this all Hellhorns golden now?